Many of our friends sent their boys to Georgetown Prep, and we looked at other schools, and I think both boys only applied to Georgetown Prep. So they were happy when they got accepted. I think if you asked them if they compared their high school experience versus their college experience, they'd come back and say that Georgetown Prep was probably more meaningful in their life in terms of their growth. It was just a very warm, inviting, and it was a great growth experience for the two of them. We sent them here for a Catholic education. What they got was not only a Catholic education, but an Ignatian education, and I don't think we fully understood what Georgetown Prep was going to offer our boys and what they were going to receive from Georgetown Prep.
When my dad was asked to join the board of Prep, I think the first person he approached was me, and he asked me if Prep was as special a place for my brother and me as he thought it was, and I gave him a resounding yes.
I don't think he was looking for it. It sort of came to him, and he's always been a workaholic, so why not for Prep? You know?
I think that he thought he was going into retirement. I think that he may be in it now, but he wasn't then. He was working really hard. More than 40-hour weeks on the school, which was remarkable.
Let me just say I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought I was retiring back in 2008, and I was only starting a new career here at Georgetown Prep.
He is extraordinary at that job. I always felt like there was a little bit of grace in him coming to Prep.
Father Jim Conroy pulled me aside one time, and he basically said that it was no accident that I joined the board of Georgetown Prep when I did.
And it was right around the 2008-2009 recession and all the issues that came with that. And so as chairman of the finance committee, Ray led the effort to stabilize the operating budget during a difficult period and the period that followed.
He had been a senior executive at a Fortune 100 company. He has incredible financial knowledge and skills, wonderful leadership.
Ray was the treasurer of Time Warner when they merged with AOL. And to have somebody with that kind of experience taking the helm of the finance committee.
It's funny because of the level of sophistication that he brought to his job. You know, I'm not sure many universities have that.
When Ray came on the board and took over the finance chair, the endowment was in bad shape and we were in the middle of a recession. And through his efforts and those of his committee, he completely restored the endowment to top shape by the time he left.
I mean, Ray brought a sense of discipline to the school that they probably haven't seen in a long time.
It was critical that the finances of this school stabilize first, improve second, so that more and more young men could receive what my two boys received.
He realized that while it's a nonprofit and money is not the end game, a school can't function without a sound financial picture.
And during the hardest times, I'm very proud to say that we never cut one dime from financial aid, no matter how difficult times were. That was not negotiable, and we continued to do it, and very proud of that.
He's one of these guys that just didn't back down, and we're a better school for it.
With Ray as a model, I mean, he truly is the model for everyone to follow in terms of how to conduct yourself, how to really be a performer, and how to really do what's best for Prep and do everything with Prep's best interests at heart.
And if this medal is a reward to people, a recognition of people's service to Prep, I think Ray Murphy ranks up there as one of the top people and one of the top people who have helped Georgetown Prep become what it is today.
Ray he's not somebody who makes numbers dance. Some people say his reports are fairly exhausting.
Our meetings were standing first Tuesday of every month from 4 to 6, and we'd be lucky if we were done by 6:30.
Point number 1, Ray's presentations in every board meeting were never, ever, ever short. Point number 12, Ray's presentations were exhaustingly comprehensive. Point number 39, Ray's presentations are rarely done in less than 2 hours.
It was a privilege to work with Ray Murphy, and it was certainly a pleasure.
You know, he's proud of his work, and he's also very excited that he was here at that time. I mean, he really loved it. He loved working for Georgetown Prep the whole time.
Sometimes in life you work really, really hard and you don't get recognized. And just the fact that Georgetown Prep is saying thank you to him in this way is very special. Very special.
I didn't think I would ever get the sense of satisfaction from doing something after I retired, and I can honestly say that what I and the Finance Committee accomplished during the 6 years of our tenure on the board is as rewarding to me as anything as I've ever accomplished.